Hello world, I'm Hans and you're not, but you're welcome to Hans Watches. Today is a special episode and it took me quite some time to film and edit this one. I've been quite busy lately, so this one's just been sitting in my hard drive forever, not been finished. Anyways, here we are. It's 7 years of watch collecting, and I don't define myself as a collector, but buying and selling watches, well, obviously buying more than selling, a lot of these watches end up in a collection. So that's what this one's about. And before we get into the details, today's wrist check. I was at the gym, so had to bring my CASIO with me. It was the first watch I found on the top of the drawer, so there we go. Now, here we are, 7 years of watch collecting. Let's start with what has become, much to my surprise, one of my favorite brands. It's the Citizen, and it's the Citizen TSUYOSA. This one is the baby blue, or Tiffany blue, and I've been having this one for about a year and a half now, and it's still in my collection, and I really like it. I don't wear it that much, but it's still looking gorgeous, and it's got a nice open case back as well. The clasp isn't that much to write home about, but it does the job well. And would you look at that, with a nice sunburst effect on the dial. The bracelet is decent, and it wears well on the wrist. You can even stand the cycle up. And I also still have the FUME dial blue version of this one. So they're both keepers from now, and live safe in my collection. As you can see, they're a little bit small, but I rather enjoy a smaller watch than a larger watch these days. This is the Citizen PROMASTER. It's the FUJITSUBO nickname, and also one of my favorites. And this one wears really nice on the wrist. It's a titanium, 41 millimeters. I wear it on a nylon strap. I've also reviewed this one. It wears so nice on the wrist. It's like wearing a fluffy pajamas. This is one of the first watches that I bought when I started watch collecting. I've had this one for 6.5 years now. It's of course the classic SEIKO ALPINIST SARB 117. Currently sitting on a black leather strap, and a fun fact is it's been worn daily now by my son, and he's 15, and he wanted to wear this watch, and of course I let him do that because it spent most of its time sitting in my box. It's much better that he wears it, and I think it's cool that a 15-year-old chose this one as his favorite out of all the watches in the box. And it wears super nice on the wrist. It's a 39 millimeter, and it's still dead gorgeous, and this one's a keeper for sure. This is the first SEIKO Monster I got. It's the second generation Black Monster, and I got this one used from Chrono 24. It's been 6 years now since I got it, and I can't imagine selling it. It's the one to keep, and it's my favorite looking monster. It's a dial with the indices, the tooth-ish indices that makes this one special, and the red seconds hand. And this is the equivalent, the orange equivalent, second generation Monster. I got this one used. It was a rebuy. I planned it for my as my summer watch, but it didn't get that much usage. But it's a keeper too. As the collection grows, it's been hard to sell watches lately, and this is the first generation Monster. This one is also kind of special. I've never worn this one, only tried it on. Of course, you've been used the second generation Monster a lot. I know how they wear, and I like them. They're a bit chunky, but I've got large wrists, so it's not a problem. But this one, I got the new old stock. It has never actually been used. It's pristine. It's even got some of the plastic on left on the bracelet. So this one's a keeper too. It's a part of the collection. I don't see myself selling this one. Eventually, I'm pretty sure I'll start wearing it. I've been having it for like maybe 4 years now. And of course, this one wears really nice on the wrist too. And they might not be to everyone's liking, but I really like them. I think they're super cool. So I'm a real super enthusiast for the SEIKO monster watches. They wear well. And the second generation is obviously my favorite generation. This is my latest SEIKO purchase, the new SEIKO Samurai. And this is something special, I think. It's quite unique. You could say it's a mix of some both SEIKO Shogun, the previous generation Samurais. I think it also has a little bit of that monster aesthetics, especially with the indices. But I think this one is really nice, and it wears nice on the wrist too. It doesn't dig into the wrist, but from that price point, it would be nice to see maybe a little bit of better clasp, but it does the job. I really like the bracelet. The crown doesn't dig into my wrist. It wears super nice. It's not chunky at all. Hats off to SEIKO for this one. This is my micro brand collection these days. Maybe it's a little bit eclectic. This is the Borealis ADRAGA. Obviously, it's Explorer homage watch, but I think it has its own identity in a way. It's not 100% ripoff, and it has a cool case back, nice clasp, nice bracelet, and I've been having this for maybe 4 years now, and it doesn't get a lot of wrist time, but it's gonna be in my collection, and it certainly scratched the Explorer itch. Very nice too. Really well executed. This is the HELM KHURABURI titanium. Doesn't get a lot of wrist time these days. It's super chunky, as you'll see. 17 millimeters, if I'm not mistaken. And the titanium materials makes it not too heavy, but it's still really chunky. Still, there's a big waiting list for this. Maybe not as long as it used to be, but I still think it's worth waiting for. And this one is special. It has its truly unique design and character. So if you can get it, I think you should. You will enjoy it. At least if you have the wrist to pull it off. So you can see it's chunky on the wrist too. It's really high on the wrist, but it's 300 meters water resistance at least. And this is the HELSON SHARKMASTER. There's a review on this one too on the channel. And like with most watches, I was super enthusiastic with finally got this one. It's of course an Omega Seamaster 300 homage. But it's very well executed, and this one gets quite some amount of wrist time still, and still enjoy it, and it wears well on the wrist too. It's only a 40 millimeters, so it's not too big, not too chunky. Really enjoy this one, and I think this is a keeper too, unless I of course get the the original Seamaster, which I don't foresee happening anytime soon. This is a fun watch. It's the EYLANDT HELMSMAN, the B-type Flieger. If you can get this at their discount price, they sometimes have a 50% discount, and it's a really good deal. It's MSRP is $300. I still think that's a good deal. It's nice executed. The only thing I would change for this one is maybe the hands could be a bit broader, and the hour hand could be a bit broader too, and shorter. It's quite a busy dial, and but still, it's well executed. It's a classic design, and if you know, you know. But perhaps maybe not the most attractive watch these days, but it wears well too, super well on the wrist, and it's got an excellent crown and some funky, quirky brass details. This is a second hour mandala. This is very special to me. I thought this was going to be the perfect watch. Turned out it's not perfect, as you can see in my review, but it's pretty close to perfect. The execution is so good. The polishing, everything is high quality. The only thing I would change is that I think the surface on the bracelet is a little bit rough, but it's a unique piece. They have done so much nice here. Would you look at that? There's nothing like this, is there? That Gillick pattern dial, polishing, the surfaces, the bracelet, the crown. Man, this is a gorgeous piece. It does get quite some wrist time. And it wears very well on the wrist, even though perhaps a tad on the smaller side for me, but it's really slim and comfortable. And I don't see myself selling this one either. Now let's head over to the Swiss collection, shall we? We'd call this eclectic too. This is a 15-year-old TAG HEUER AQUARACER automatic chronograph. It's my only automatic chronograph. I got this one used. And this is a chunky boy. It's powered by the Valio 7750, and it's really, really solid. And the chronograph still works, resets. This bracelet is actually the softest and nicest bracelets on all my watches. It keeps excellent time. It hasn't been serviced for a decade or so, I think, but still, it's really solid, and this is maybe the most underrated automatic chronograph, in my opinion. It's really affordable. You can get it for maybe $800 or so. Then it's, of course, used, but it's kind of hard to capture the beauty of this watch on photos and videos. But seeing it in the flesh is what you need to do. Then I think it's really, really good looking, good details. And this is the classic. This is a legend, the legend diver Longines. 42 millimeters and quite the lugs to die for. Really, really long lugs. And this one's got over 50 millimeters lug to lug, but my wrists can pull it off. I haven't reviewed this one yet, but might be able to pull off a review on this one too. It's a keeper. I've been having it for about 4 years, and the only downside of this one is the lume is not great. So how do you expect to use it as a diver? That's maybe another question, but it wears nice on my wrist and never been bothered by the size of this one. This is the CERTINA DS Super PH 500 DS double security. This is also a kind of chubby boy, but it's 500 meters water resistance and probably the nicest and most comfortable NATO strap or nylon strap I've come across so far. And I've had this one for a little more than a year, and I have reviewed it. And you can see that review too. There's a link in the comments. And it's a classic design, and I really, really like this one too. Don't see myself selling it, even though I've dropped it on the bathroom floor, so you might see. Now let's take a look at the opposite, should we say, of Swiss watchmaking. This is a small segment of Chinese factory brands. And let's start with the Pagani design, the Grand SEIKO homage. I have reviewed this one. This one is not gonna be in my collection for a long time, I think, but might be bothered to sell it soon. I have reviewed this one recently, and it wasn't a great review, and it's actually, I think, the first review that I've got a lot of hate on, or not a lot of hate, but got quite a few negative comments, which was a little bit surprising, but also a little bit fun. It's good to have people engage and not always agree. And this is a Spinnaker hull. This was also quite a little bit of a not so much of a nice watch, but I brought this one to me on holiday to Iceland. We have made a video of that one too. Not my favorite watch, but there's so many good memories attached to this one that I don't really see myself selling it. I've tried to list it, but then I got second thoughts and just put it back in the box, and haven't been wearing it since I was to Iceland because it's not a great watch. It's very chubby. It's got no clear purpose except from being a California dial. So we'll see. We'll see if I keep it or if I sell it. But it's not my favorite watch. But some of my favorite memories are attached to that watch. This one, on the other hand, was a really nice surprise. The Timex Marlin Chronograph Tachymeter. I got it to review it and didn't expect to keep it, but I have, and I don't see myself selling it. I also brought this one with me at the Goodwood Festival of Speed. So there's a lot of nice memories attached to this watch too, and it's still dead gorgeous, and I wear it sometimes. It's a little bit small, only 40 millimeters, but it's a gorgeous piece. It looks small, and it wears slim, even though it's kind of chubby due to the massive acrylic crystal. But it doesn't look massive, but it doesn't look chubby. And the panda dial and the silver, it's really good looking and a very classic design. Let's head over to the CASIO part of my collection. And the CASIO OCEANUS S100 had been on my list for quite many years. When I finally got this one, it was a great deal. I think I paid $250 or so for it, if I'm not mistakenly. And I have reviewed it, and it's radio control, solar powered. It's always on time. There's got a GMT function, so it's really easy to set the time. It's a really nice watch, and it's so slim. It wears super slim on the wrist. I think it's 10.5 millimeters height, and it's a fun watch too. And this is my first square G-Shock, and I also reviewed this one. My main problem with this is it's so difficult to set the time with that one upper left button. It wears nice. I use it on the gym and to the beach. I am gonna sell it once I get the finger out. This is my first Casio G-Shock. It's the original gangster Casio Oak. It's very stealthy, so it's kind of hard to tell the time, so you need to use the light, especially in the dark. But it's really cool. Not foreseeing selling this one either. But it's a little bit on the bigger side for what I intend to use it for, the gym and the beach. Still, of course, I wear it to the beach sometimes, but to the gym, it's a little bit too big. So I got this other G-Shock for, this has solar powered and a radio controlled. So it's, or multiband 6 controlled. So it's always on time. And the main problem with this one, it's the design, because it's so stealthy and so good looking. But it's a little bit hard to tell the time in some lighting conditions, as you can probably see here. It's there's a function for turning on the light if there's kind of dark, but it doesn't always work as intended. So it's a little bit hard to tell what time it actually is. I wish I knew that before I got it. This is the G-Shock Manga, and this is a limited edition, and I would have expected this to be an instant classic. I think it sort of faded, and I have reviewed it, so you can see my review of it here. This is the first watch I bought as an adult, some 15, 18 years ago. It's a Swatch chronograph. I don't wear it anymore, but I have I change the battery every second year so it can function. Look at it sometimes. As you can see, it has been worn a lot. I don't collect Swatch watches, but I think still this one has some cool features to it, and it certainly doesn't look a lot like any other watches I've seen. So it's pretty cool still, I think. It's a bit chubby on the height. This is a special watch. It's a small vintage collection I have. Both are Omega Seamasters, and they're both inherited. This one I inherited from my late grandfather, and it's in a very good condition, and it's still working. But it's so small that I don't wear it, and it's it's not shabby. It's so slim due to the hand-wound movement. And as you can see, it starts ticking once you wind it. There's also this other Omega Seamaster, and it's a bit fun because this was inherited from my wife's grandfather. We got this one, and it's also ticking. And this one's got a little bit more rough treatment back in the days, we can see, but it's still working too. I do plan to make a video from both these watches to record and see which one of them lasts the longest once we have fully wound them. And I want to make a video of that to record and see minute by minute which one takes the longest. We'll see if we get to that. 7 years has gone by with collecting watches, and this video was made in winter time. Now it's not winter, it's summer, or sort of summer. Let's see. It's rain here in Norway, but anyways, I've got 2 more watches since I made this in the winter time, and it's hopefully you'll be able to catch a video of those 2 pretty soon. Anyways, thanks for watching. Peace out.